ricochet, you take your aim far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Three Stitches podcast. It is Sunday, April 21st, and I am recording on time. Yay! First time in maybe about a month. Good grief. We're heading towards the end of the semester, so things are a little bit hectic, but taking a little bit of a break today. And I must apologize for my appearance. This is the Sunday where it's all day homework, and I look down at the time and it's like, ooh, I better record because I have to go to church and then I have to go to the gym, and I don't want to record after I go to the gym because they'll look even worse. And then click on the webcam app and go, ooh, man, I have to do something about my appearance. Throw on some makeup and, and hit record. So I apologize. My hair looks better in the mirror than it does in the webcam. I don't know what's wrong. It's I swear it's curly. It's not messy. I don't know. It looks really bad in the webcam. I don't know. But in the mirror, it looks nice. So, I apologize. It's a Sunday, and I've been doing homework all day, so there's been no one to impress because I've been cooped up in my room. So, that'll teach me for not getting ready in the morning because I forgot. Some days I have to record. But, let's see. What's happened in the past week? We had our building-wide event, well, females only floor event last night, and it went pretty well. I've never cut so much fruit in my life, and I have battle scars on my finger from cutting so much fruit. I cut 2 pineapples, and it was really not that much, but cutting in a dorm room when I have no cutting board and no countertop, it's difficult because I had to cut 2 cantaloupes, a watermelon, a pineapple, and strawberries, which is not that hard, and then make fruit dip. It's difficult when you don't have a kitchen. You're doing it on the desk and slash the floor. I used the floor to cut the watermelon because I was not going to cut it on this desk. Yeah, that was a feat. That was interesting. So we had a whole bunch of fresh fruit. We had yogurt dips. We had we made macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. And what else did we have? Random assortments of candy. We made Play-Doh. We decorated cupcakes, which went off really well. And then we had some discussion topics for them. And then afterwards we watched 27 Dresses, which I love that movie. I didn't actually get to watch it. Some of the other RAs really wanted to go watch it, and one of them hadn't seen it yet, so I was like, by all means, you need to go see this movie. And so I stayed down and helped clean up, and then after that I was just exhausted, so went upstairs and went to bed. But guaranteed, I was bone tired, dead dog tired when I stepped off that elevator on my floor, opened the door, got ready for bed, brushed my teeth, washed my face, did a little bit of reading, turned off my Kindle, turned off my light, rolled over, couldn't fall asleep. It was like midnight at that point. I didn't fall asleep until 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's been happening the past couple nights, and then of course I sleep late, and then I don't feel productive. I feel like I've done absolutely nothing with my life because if I don't wake up until 10 o'clock. But in reality, I'm still getting 8 hours of sleep because when I'm not falling asleep until 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I somehow have to get myself back onto a regular sleep schedule and sort of rewrite my body's idea of when an appropriate time to fall asleep is. Good luck with that. That's gonna be a difficult thing, but let's see how that goes. Before that, nothing much. Classes. We went shopping for the event that I just mentioned. Went to Wegmans. No, it's been really nice lately. I have a sunburn on the back of my legs because it was so nice on a Thursday, and being the first warm day since summer, I forgot to put sunscreen on, and when I was laying out on the lawn doing homework in the front of the building, I got sunburn on the back of my legs, and yeah, that hurt. First sunburn of the season. Now remember to put sunscreen on. Yeah. But it was nice because we laid out there. It was a bunch of us, so a couple RAs and then residents joined us and talked and sort of did homework. Got done as much homework as we should have gotten done, but it was nice because hey, part of we were doing our job. Part of our job as RAs is to socialize with our residents. So there we go. We were doing our job. Who cares if we weren't doing our homework? Um, and then it got really cold. Yesterday was like it went. We set a record on Thursday. It was 82 degrees on Thursday, and we woke up to it was cloudy and looked like it was going to rain on Friday morning, but it was still nice. It was still like 65, 70 degrees out. And then about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the temperature plummeted. When they said a cold front was going to come through, they meant it. It dropped from like 65, 70 degrees to 40 degrees. And then from then on Saturday morning, it was snowing on Saturday. So, well, kind of a Buffalo bipolar weather. But it's since warmed up to back to seasonable temperatures, which is 45, 50 for mid to end April. Yeah, it's good. Um, Once again, talking about the weather. This is my life at the end of my last semester of grad school. Yay! It's just so exciting for you guys. But I did make my end of semester checklist of all the assignments that I have to complete to reach the end of the semester. And so it's really not that bad, except for the last one, and I'll cover that one up for a while. So it's really not that bad. That's all there is. A few assignments for each subject, but then the one I have highlighted at the bottom there, yeah, study for my comp exam. That's the one I'm dreading. That's the one I'm not looking forward to. Yeah, yay! But then I'll be done. Uh, and my comp exam is before finals week, so I'll be done before everyone else. But so and when I mean everyone else, I mean everyone else who has finals and that stuff. So I'll technically be on vacation if I pass my comp exam. This is all theoretical based on if I actually pass this thing. Um, and so I'll be done a week before everybody else. Yay! Um, but I won't be going home. RAs have to stay at the end of the semester until graduation, so there's that we have a week that we have to stay. But it's nice because we get to do all the stuff that we wanted to do, but classes got in the way of. So socializing, going out to the mall, going out to eat, just hanging out in the staff office, watching movies, all the stuff that we really really want to do, all the fun stuff. We're like, no, I think we're going to have to postpone that because I have a test coming up. So now we don't have tests coming up. We have a whole week. I mean, we'll have duties of, you know, cleaning up, or not cleaning up rooms, but going through all the rooms, seeing if anything's damaged, doing inventories and such. So RA duties and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a week of freedom, which yay! First week of freedom after a semester of schoolwork. I'll take it. I'm excited. It's a fun week. I always look forward to it. What else? I think that's everything. Yeah, like I said, no, not that much, not that much of an exciting week. Um, oh no, but we did have staff enrichment, and so sort of going with the theme of the end of the semester, um, a large portion of the staff is leaving and moving on from RA stuff, and so our last staff enrichment, which was this Friday, was uh, two of the college center employees who all the students enjoy. Tony Spina is the head of um, is the advisor for essay and is well liked among the students. And Debbie Owens, who used to be the residence life director before Ed took over, and is now the college center director, and is also well liked by the students, came over and did a presentation of like changes and moving on and stuff like that. So that was good to sort of wrap up the year with because a lot of us are moving on to different things. And so they presented on how to deal with those without getting too emotional. It's a joke among the staff that at the end of the year, at the end of the year dinner slash whatever activity we decide to do, we all have to buy sunglasses because we can't look at each other, otherwise we'll start crying. Um, so yeah, so it was a nice presentation to sort of wrap up the year with, um, and I don't know where I was going with that. It's just gonna like trail off. Whoop, there it goes. All right, knitting time. I think. I feel like this podcast is gonna be a weird one again. And that on that note, I should probably apologize for the last podcast because I don't know what sort of mood I was in last week. I was in a stressed mood, and apparently when I'm in a stressed mood, things just turn out wacky. So, but on that note from last podcast, here's the hat that I was wearing accidentally while I was recording, and my only finished object from last week, and couldn't even show you properly, but now I can. So this is the Molly beret, and as I said before, I inadvertently somehow made a pattern modification and only ended up with 4 repeats instead of 5, so it's slightly smaller, but I enjoy it. I've gotten lots of compliments on it, so there we go. It's just, yeah, there we go. So it's diamond cables with with a braid pattern in between them. So it's really nice, and it's nice to wear. I enjoy it. And I will also have to apologize because this week has sort of been a dud for knitting. So I mean I've gotten a fair amount done, but I've been almost monogamous in my knitting projects. So no even star work. So we'll set that aside. And I got I got a lot. I have to tell you, I don't know how I fit all this work in this week on my hitchhiker because it's a lot of work. I got a total of 1 tooth done. Isn't it amazing? There's so much work on my hitchhiker, just so much. And that 1 tooth was done this morning. Yep, I know. You guys are just falling off your seats blown away with how much work this has gotten done. But I figure if I do about 2 teeth each day this week, I can get it done by the next time I record. So hopefully, cross your fingers, I will have a finished object next week. Okay, yeah. I'm into that very sarcastic humor lately. Last night at the event, if you guys are looking for a yogurt dip for fruit for an event, um, this one will do quite nicely, and I'll put it exactly how I told everybody at the event last night because it went over very well. Everyone really enjoyed it. They're like, "Can we have the recipe? And how do you make this?" I was like, "You might want to sit down and write this down because it's a very 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 difficult recipe, and it might take a couple tries to sort of get it right and how you like it, but you'll get there. You take yogurt, you put Cool Whip in it." And that's all it was. And people were like, "This is delicious. How did you make this?" I'm like, "Took yogurt, put Cool Whip in it. All I did." So so if you guys are looking for a fruit dip, I used one was a raspberry yogurt, one was a honey yogurt, and one was a vanilla yogurt. Put Cool Whip in it. You got fruit dip. It's good. And same with my Stockholm scarf. So yeah, so that I have that very sarcastic. It's a very very difficult thing to do. Humor going on these past couple days. Same with my Stockholm scarf. No work done on that. The weather was so nice, but when I wanted to work on it, that it sort of killed the motivation to work on it. I'm like, why am I gonna work on a scarf when it's 80 degrees outside? No, not gonna happen. For the bulk of my knitting this week, I focused on the Granville sweater. So I am currently doing the sleeve. Oh, and the back's over there. Hold on. I finished the back, but I didn't bring it with me. Okay, back. So I finished the back. When did I finish the back? Wednesday. Finished the back on Wednesday. So the back slash the hood extension. And I realized, and I posted this after I recorded underneath the actual video um, of anywhere it was posted. I realized last week that the entire podcast was filled with nonsense and all the important details of this new project that I had started I did not mention and they were missing. So yeah, it was all nonsense information and not what this podcast is really supposed to be about. Yay me, I'm such a great host, aren't I? So I finished the back. On Wednesday, so here it is. So there's the actual back portion of it up to the shoulder shaping. Let's stretch this out a little bit. So just like my other one, it's really hard to show you because it's big and a little bit bulky. And then we've got the hood extension that the sides will be sewn to make the hood. And I started the sleeve. Ooh, just needle swung around and whacked me in the head. Alright, so I started the sleeve, and I'm currently working on the sleeve cap. So I'm almost done with the first sleeve. So yeah, there we go. And it's the larger cable pattern all the way up, whereas the back has the smaller cables all the way up until you get to about the middle, and it switches to the big one repeat of the big, and then goes back to the smaller diamond pattern. But I'm doing it once again on size 6 needles, just like my other Granville, because it's almost the same yarn. It's a worsted weight acrylic, not generic brand, and it's the Karen. I take the wrapper off now because it's not staying on. The ball of yarn's gotten that small. And the yarn that was picked out for it, because it's not for me, it's for somebody else, is the Karen, just the 1 pound. It's 100% acrylic, worsted weight yarn, and it's great. And I think that's better when it's for somebody else who's not a knitter, because they can just chuck it in the washing machine. They don't have to worry about it shrinking, and they don't have to worry about like blocking it again, or just the different cares that come with other materials. Colorway. Oh, colorway is soft sage. That's what I was doing. So, I've gotten a lot of confidence in the color. I'm like, not for me, but thank you. But I do like the color. It says soft sage. I think it's more of like a soft minty green almost. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter than what you're seeing, but so I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping to get a lot. I'd like to get a little bit more work done on it this week, just because if I finish that and I finish the first front, that means I'm halfway through the sweater. So I think that's nice, and it's making good time. I started it last Friday, so it's been almost a week. If I can get it done in under 3 weeks, I'll be happy with that. And because then it's just enough time, because I don't want to get it all the way done, and then by the time I get it done, the weather's warm and she can't wear it. So I'd like to get it done in timely fashion so she can actually wear it a couple times. But one other thing, she requested that I put a button band on it, so I am going to be doing that. So I'm just going to modify the front of the sweater. On each side of the cable, there's 3 stockinette. There's a band of 3 stockinette stitches, so I'm just going to turn that into a button band. And so we'll go shopping for buttons. Yeah, that's the only modification will be on that one. So instead of the zipper, that'll be on mine. She's gonna have buttons on hers. That's it. So keep you updated on that progress. I'm really enjoying it the second time around. I'll say this again. I highly recommend this pattern. I should probably tell you the pattern again. It's called the Granville. It is a pay pattern on Ravelry, but well worth your money. It's very well written, easy to follow. The cable patterns are easy to follow. That was like when I did it the first time. That was like the 3rd time I've done a cable pattern. Extremely easy to follow, and she writes clear, concise directions. Feet by Fiona Ellis. That's the designer. She writes a very, very, very good pattern. I think it's like $6 on Ravelry. It's called the Granville. Um, and I highly recommend it. Definitely. If you're looking for a sweater pattern, this pattern is well worth it. All right, I think that's everything. Hopefully more of a variety of projects that I've worked on next week. Um, I got a lot done, just not many projects. So, but yeah, I'm probably gonna pick up the Even Star again this week, just because I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, I probably should have marked where I was, because I don't really remember where I left off, and that could pose a problem in picking it back up. So I think I'm going to take a day this week and figure out where I was. It could either go really well and I could figure it out right off the bat, or it could take a couple hours. Um, so I'll let you know how that goes. Oh boy. All right. Um, like us, like us. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh boy. Okay. If you watch it, we're not on Facebook. There is no like. Um, so join our Ravelry group, Three Stitches Podcast. There you can find links to our blog where you can also watch us. And then you can leave comments there. Leave a comment and a star rating on iTunes if you watch us there. I'm Katie Joe 36 on Flirt, so friend me on Flirt. Friend me on Ravelry, TARDIS Traveler 42. That's all my sort of alter egos. Yeah, as Lindsay would say. All right, with that, I will sign off. Oh, one more thing to plug. I'm gonna go back to my hitchhiker shawl. Here is a reminder that we are doing our autism awareness knit along slash crochet along co-hosting with the Pen Hook and Needles podcast. So jump over while you're on Ravelry for our group. Jump on over to their group because they have the details all nicely laid out. So you can either post in their group, in their thread, or in ours. Any project that's multicolored, so 3 colors or more, and bright colors or brightly colored projects. Tenses just aren't making sense in my head right now. Because that's the logo for autism awareness, the puzzle pieces that are the bright primary colors, and therefore that's the reasoning behind this shawl. It's rainbow and brightly colored and happy, and fits the theme. So there's our little plug for the autism awareness. So go on over there, post your projects. We've had a lot of activity recently in our thread posting projects, and they're all gorgeous. I know I can't comment because it says no chatter, but I scroll through and I like that. It's so pretty. So well done, guys. The projects in there are absolutely gorgeous. I'm quite jealous at what you guys have been doing. Whereas I can't even finish a simple hitchhiker in the time being. But if I get enough progress done on it this week, I might be able to finish it. Like I said last week, wouldn't it be just terrible if one of the co-hosts can't even finish the autism awareness project in the time being? That would be bad. So cross your fingers that I get it done in the next 9 days, because it closes on the 30th. Boy, a little more than a week to get 10 points done. We'll see how that goes. All right. With that, I will leave you. Wish you all a happy week to come. Lindsay will see you, or no, Mom will see you on Wednesday, and Lindsay will see you on Friday. And I will see you again next week, hopefully with more various projects that have been worked on, and hopefully not too frazzled with trying to accomplish the rest of my work for this semester and study for my comp exam. All right. With that, I will leave you and say goodbye and happy knitting. Bye!